All right, so 2019 has now come to an end. We are in 2020, and that means it is time for my second annual year-end TV awards. So I started this award show last year with my all the TV shows that I watched, and just love putting together these awards, putting together the nominations, and while doing that, kind of looking back on these TV shows of the year, ones that I may have forgotten, right, that are in the beginning of the year, and just really love the whole process. And so I decided to do it again this year. Really hope you guys enjoy this one. And I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts as well. If you were to do something like this for some of these categories, who would you pick to nominate and who would win out of that pool? And, you know, if you don't want to share that, of course, just kind of share your overall thoughts on the year of TV. That would be great too. Just love to discuss with you guys about this year. I watched a lot of shows, and yeah, you know, I do reviews for a lot of them. I hear a lot of feedback and discuss, but I don't hear a lot of like overall thoughts of the year and stuff like that. So really like to kind of share my thoughts, and you share your thoughts, and we can discuss. Really, that would be awesome. So yeah. And also, if you enjoy this award show or this video, I guess, you know, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. Would really appreciate that as well. So a few things here, just for context sake. So one qualification I do want to make here with this is I will be doing outstanding drama, limited, and comedy this year. Which is different than last year, right? So last year I didn't have any comedy, but this year I managed to watch at least enough that I could, you know, get a pool of nominations in for each of these categories for comedy. So there's going to be 24 awards this year rather than 14 last year because of that whole new category being a part of the show. And I just feel like that strengthens it, you know, and I feel like a few of these shows were comedies this year, and they were some of the best. And so I had to recognize them, and that is where they are here. But yeah, so doing outstanding series, directing, writing, of course, lead actor, actress, supporting actor, actress. You know, we're doing guest actor, main title design, and all that stuff. So a lot of, you know, similar awards to the Emmys. Of course, not all of them, but quite a few of them that I could think of. So yeah, that's pretty much what this is going to be. And then one other thing I want to add as well is there is a movie in here, which is El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. So by all the things I have seen so far, they are not pushing towards Oscars. Now, you know, whether they deserve Oscars or not, that's not really part of this. I'm just saying I think they are going the TV movie route. And if they are, by the time the Emmys roll around next year, we may actually see some nominations for them. And so because of that, I decided to include El Camino Breaking Bad movie within my limited series category here within this award. So just in case if you guys are confused, you're like, why is there a movie in there? I'm pretty sure it's a TV movie, and that's why it's in here as well. So anyways, with all that being said, now let's get into the awards with our first category. Our first category is Outstanding Directing for a Drama Series per Episode. Our nominees are Killing Eve, Season 2, Episode 4, Desperate Times, directed by Lisa Brolman. Succession, Season 2, Episode 3, Hunting, directed by Andre Perrick. Mindhunter, Season 2, Episode 2, directed by David Fincher. Succession, Season 2, Episode 1, The Summer Palace, directed by Mark Mylod. Killing Eve, Season 2, Episode 8, Your Mind, directed by Damon Thomas. Lastly is Stranger Things, Season 3, Episode 8, The Battle of Starcourt, directed by Matt Duffer and Ross Duffer. And our winner for Outstanding Directing for a Drama Series is Lisa Brolman for Killing Eve, Season 2, Episode 4, Desperate Times. Our next category is Outstanding Directing for a Limited Series per Episode. And our nominees are Fosse Verdon, Episode 1, Life is a Cabaret, directed by Thomas Kail. Chernobyl, Episode 4, The Happiness of All Mankind, directed by Johan Renck. True Detective, Season 3, Episode 1, The Great War and Modern Memory, directed by Jeremy Saulnier. Chernobyl, Episode 1, 1:23:45, directed by Johan Renck. El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, directed by Vince Gilligan. True Detective, Season 3, Episode 7, The Final Country, directed by Daniel Sackheim. And our winner for Outstanding Directing for a Limited Series is Chernobyl, Episode 1, 1:23:45, directed by Johan Renck. Our next category is Outstanding Directing for a Comedy Series per episode. And our nominees are The Kaminsky Method, Season 2, Episode 7, Chapter 15, A Handjob is Forgiven, directed by Andy Tennant. The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1, Episode 8, But the Righteous Will See Their Fall, directed by David Gordon Green. What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1, Episode 7, The Trial, directed by Taika Waititi. The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1, Episode 1, The Righteous Gemstones, directed by Danny McBride. The Kaminsky Method, Season 2, Episode 1, Chapter 9, An Actor Forgets, directed by Andy Tennant. What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1, Episode 6, Baron's Night Out, directed by Jackie Van Beek. And our winner for Outstanding Directing for Comedy Series is Taika Waititi for What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1, Episode 7, The Trial. Our next category is for Outstanding Writing for a Drama Series per episode. And our nominees are Killing Eve, Season 2, Episode 3, The Hungry Caterpillar, written by Emerald Fennell, Henrietta Ashworth, and Jessica Ashworth. Succession, Season 2, Episode 4, Safe Room, written by Georgia Pritchett. Billions, Season 4, Episode 12, Extreme Sandbox, written by Brian Koppelman and David Levien. Succession, Season 2, Episode 10, This Is Not for Tears, written by Jesse Armstrong. Killing Eve, Season 2, Episode 8, You're Mine, written by Emerald Fennell. And lastly, we have The Deuce, Season 3, Episode 8, Finish It, written by George Pelicanos and David Simon. And our winner for Outstanding Writing for a Drama Series is Jesse Armstrong for Succession, Season 2, Episode 10, This Is Not for Tears. Our next category is for Outstanding Writing for a Limited Series per episode. And our nominees are Chernobyl, Episode 1, 1:23:45, written by Craig Mazin. Fosse Verdon, Episode 1, Life is a Cabaret, written by Stephen Levinson. True Detective, Season 3, Episode 5, If You Have Ghosts, written by Nick Pazzolatto. El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, written by Vince Gilligan. The Spy, Episode 1, The Immigrant, written by Gideon Raff. And lastly, Fosse Verdon, Episode 8, Providence, written by Stephen Levinson. And our winner for Outstanding Writing for a Limited Series goes to Stephen Levinson for Fosse Verdon, Episode 1, Life is a Cabaret. Our next category is Outstanding Writing for a Comedy Series per episode. Our nominees are The Kaminsky Method, Season 2, Episode 8, Chapter 16, A Thetan Arrives, written by Chuck Lorre and Alan J. Higgins. The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1, Episode 8, But the Righteous Will See Their Fall, written by Danny McBride, Kevin Barnett, and Chris Pappas. What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1, Episode 3, Werewolf Feud, written by Josh Lieb. Dead to Me, Season 1, Episode 9, I Have to Be Honest, written by Rebecca Alderman. The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1, Episode 5, Interlude, written by Danny McBride, Jeff Fradley, and John Carcieri. What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1, Episode 7, The Trial, written by Jermaine Clement. And our winner for Outstanding Writing for a Comedy Series goes to The Trio, Danny McBride, Jeff Fradley, and John Carcieri for The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1, Episode 5, Interlude. Alright, this next award is one of the biggest. It is Outstanding Drama Series for the year. Our nominees are Killing Eve, Season 2 on BBC America. Stranger Things, Season 3 on Netflix. Billions, Season 4 on Showtime. Succession, Season 2 on HBO. And Mindhunter, Season 2 on Netflix. And our winner for Outstanding Drama Series of the year goes to Succession, Season 2 on HBO. Our next category is Outstanding Limited Series for the year. And our nominees for this one are Chernobyl on HBO. True Detective Season 3 on HBO. Fosse Verdon on FX. Castle Rock Season 2 on Hulu. And lastly, The Spy on Netflix. And the winner for Outstanding Limited Series of the year goes to Chernobyl on HBO. Alright, this award is for Outstanding Comedy Series of the Year. And our nominees are What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1 on FX. Dead to Me, Season 1 on Netflix. The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1 on HBO. The Kaminsky Method, Season 2 on Netflix. And lastly, Get Shorty, Season 3 on Epix. And the winner for Outstanding Comedy Series of the Year goes to The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1 on HBO. Our next category is for Outstanding Guest Actor in Any Series. And our nominees are Damon Harriman for Mindhunter, Season 2. Bryan Cranston for El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. Michael Rooker for True Detective, Season 3. Christopher Livingston for Mindhunter, Season 2. Doug Jones for What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1. And lastly, Kumail Nanjiani for The Twilight Zone, Season 1. And our winner for Outstanding Guest Actor in Any Series of the Year goes to Bryan Cranston for El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. Our next category is Outstanding Guest Actress in Any Series for the year. And our nominees are Kristen Ritter for El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. Evan Rachel Wood, What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1. Tilda Swinton for What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1. Jennifer Nettles for The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1. Jillian Jacobs for Weird City. And lastly, Sanaa Lathan for The Twilight Zone, Season 1. And our winner for Outstanding Guest Actress in Any Series goes to Jennifer Nettles for The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1. Our next category is for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. And our nominees are David Costabile, Billions, Season 4. Kieran Culkin, Succession, Season 2. Matthew Macfadyen, Succession, Season 2. Chris Bauer, The Deuce, Season 3. Nicholas Braun, Succession, Season 2. And lastly, Chris Coy for The Deuce, Season 3. And a winner for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series goes to Matthew Macfadyen for Succession, Season 2. Our next category goes to Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Limited Series. And our nominees for this one are Stellan Skarsgård, Chernobyl. Stephen Dorff, True Detective, Season 3. Jesse Plemons, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. Tim Robbins, Castle Rock, Season 2. Scoot McNairy, True Detective, Season 3. And lastly, Paul Ritter for Chernobyl. And the winner for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Limited Series is Stephen Dorff for True Detective, Season 3. Our next category is Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. And our nominees for this one are Adam Devine, The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1. Walton Goggins, The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1. Mark Proksch for What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1. Alan Arkin, The Kaminsky Method, Season 2. And Matt Berry for What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1. And the winner for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series goes to Walton Goggins from The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1. Our next category is Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. Our nominees for this one are Maggie Siff, Billions, Season 4. Fiona Shaw, Killing Eve, Season 2. Sarah Snook, Succession, Season 2. Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things, Season 3. Emily Mead, The Deuce, Season 3. And lastly, Margarita Levieva, The Deuce, Season 3. And the winner of Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series goes to Sarah Snook in Succession, Season 2. Next up, we have Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Limited Series. And our nominees are Emily Watson, Chernobyl. Elsie Fisher, Castle Rock, Season 2. Carmen Yogo, The True Detective, Season 3. Christina Rodlow, The Terror, Season 2. Margaret Qualley, Fosse Verdon. Billie Lourd, American Horror Story, 1984. And the winner for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Limited Series goes to Emily Watson for Chernobyl. Next, we have Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. Our nominees for this one are Natasha Demetriou for What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1. Cassidy Freeman, The Righteous Gemstone, Season 1. Beanie Feldstein for What We Do in the Shadows, Season 1. Sarah Baker, The Kaminsky Method, Season 2. Eddie Patterson for The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1. And Molly Shannon for Divorce, Season 3. Our winner of Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series goes to Eddie Patterson for The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1. Our next category is Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. Our nominees are Brian Cox, Succession, Season 2. Jeremy Strong, Succession, Season 2. Paul Giamatti, Billions, Season 4. David Harbour, Stranger Things, Season 3. Kevin Bacon, City on a Hill, Season 1. And lastly, Holt McCallany for Mindhunter, Season 2. And our winner for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series goes to Jeremy Strong for Succession, Season 2. Our next category is Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series. And the nominees for this one are Jared Harris, Chernobyl. Sacha Baron Cohen, The Spy. Sam Rockwell, Fosse Verdon. Mahershala Ali, True Detective, Season 3. Chris Pine, I Am the Night. And lastly, Aaron Paul, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. Our winner for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series goes to Mahershala Ali for True Detective, Season 3. Up next, we have Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series, and our nominees are Danny McBride, The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1. Michael Douglas, The Kaminsky Method, Season 2. Chris O'Dowd, Get Shorty, Season 3. John Goodman, The Righteous Gemstones, Season 1. And lastly, Thomas Hayden Church, Divorce, Season 3. And our winner of Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series goes to Michael Douglas for The Kaminsky Method, Season 2. Our next category is Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. The nominees are Sandra Oh, Killing Eve, Season 2. Anna Torv, Mindhunter, Season 2. Jodie Comer, Killing Eve, Season 2. Maggie Gyllenhaal, The Deuce, Season 3. Eliza Taylor, The 100, Season 6. And lastly, Winona Ryder, Stranger Things, Season 3. And our winner of Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series is Jodie Comer for Killing Eve, Season 2. Our next category is Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series. And the nominees for this one are Lizzie Kaplan, Castle Rock, Season 2. Michelle Williams, Fosse Verdon. India Isley, I Am the Night. And lastly is Emma Roberts from American Horror Story 1984. Our winner for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series goes to Michelle Williams for Fosse Verdon. Our next category is Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. And our nominees are Christina Applegate, Dead to Me, Season 1. Sarah Jessica Parker, Divorce, Season 3. And lastly, we have Linda Cardellini, Dead to Me, Season 1. Our winner for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series is Linda Cardellini from Dead to Me, Season 1. Alright, we have reached our last category. This one is for Outstanding Main Title Theme Design. And our nominees are Succession, Season 2. Power, Season 6. The Deuce, Season 3. The Twilight Zone, Season 1. The 100, Season 6. And lastly, True Detective, Season 3. Our winner for Outstanding Main Title Theme of the Year goes to True Detective, Season 3 on HBO. Alright, so that just about wraps up our award show for today, or for this year, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching this one, and I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, of course, as I mentioned before, on all of these categories, or some of them, Outstanding Series. I know a lot of people have some thoughts on that, and I'd love to just, hear your guys' thoughts on that, and discuss this year in TV, because it was really great, and I really, really appreciate that. So, anyways, guys, that'll just about do it for this one. And hopefully we'll be back next year to do another awards. But yeah, really just love putting this together, and would definitely do it again for next year. But anyways, guys, until then, thank you guys so much for watching once again, and we'll see you in my next video.
You say, hey, hey, only the man you love is dead. Well, I grabbed up my suitcase, took out down